Hello, everyone, and welcome back into the hospitality room. We're back. We had a week off, but that's okay. Happens sometimes. It is summer. I'm Blair Cartwright. This is Ranson Fitch. I finally got it right.
You got it
Hey,
right. Yeah, you
oh my
got it right.
goodness, I'm ready to be a TV
Progress,
weatherman.
baby.
Yeah. So how are you, sir?
Great, great. Had a nice week off. Got some things in order, and now we're back to business.
Yes. And for it seems like everything is picking up and coming to a
hmm
head. So hey, let's get right to it. Our first topic, the World Cup. Now we're down to two. We know that Argentina and Spain will meet in the finals. We didn't have a show last week, so we didn't talk about the U.S. getting knocked out. But I mean, kind of hard to beat the way everything has played out. Kind of hard to beat this final with these two teams. When you
I
say,
mean, it's been. I mean, this is literally chalk, right? This is one versus
yeah,
two, I believe, in kind of the seeding thing for how it's been for this tournament. But I think a lot of people saw this coming. I mean, Argentina, though, if you've been keeping up with them throughout the tournament, how do they keep doing this? I
yeah,
mean, how do they keep doing this? I thought they were dead. I thought they were toast against Egypt. They have a crazy comeback. It seems like nothing's set in stone with them until it's
no,
over. And they've had some crazy comebacks. Even today, the game today was just ridiculous with being down 1-0 the entire game. And I think maybe like the 85th minute, then they score, and
yeah,
then they get another one within about 5 minutes of that to
yeah.
take the lead there just in stoppage time. But it's been awesome. I've really enjoyed it. I think. Just myself as a sports fan and not been big on soccer my entire life, this has kind of drugged me into it, honestly, more than
Hmm.
anything else has. I've kind of got into it. I've learned a lot more about it, and I've been keeping up with it really. Now that it's kind of gotten down to the nitty gritty, so it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten hooked on it here. My wife's been watching.
Yeah, yeah,
I never thought she'd watch soccer, but
hmm
the the and Fox has done a. I thought it was
yes,
interesting because Fox has done a nice job, but then I was reading something in the Athletic the other day. They don't. They FIFA is providing all the camera shots, which is why you see the FIFA president,
interesting.
who's
Okay,
mandated to be
yeah,
shown once each half.
wow, okay,
Yeah, yeah. So
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah,
very interesting. But man, the production,
hmm
I mean, just they're doing such a phenomenal job of capturing the emotion,
they
and
really
it's
have.
so
Yeah.
compelling.
It's been great. Yeah. I think that's been some of my favorite part of it. I mean, today too, just watching that game a few hours
Oh
ago with Argentina and England. I mean, you saw the disbelief on everybody from England's face and just the pure joy. People were crying in the stands
oh
for
yeah.
Argentinian fans and everybody there. I mean, it was all the emotion. It's everybody's bought in. It's really been awesome.
Of course, that match had all the history of the
hmm
England and Argentina and the
Yep.
hand of God, and then all the
Yep.
Falkland Island. I mean,
Yeah.
not. I mean, you couldn't. I was listening to it on the radio, and it was just a simulcast of the Fox broadcast, but you couldn't even hear the Argentinian national anthem because the English were singing another song.
Really? Wow.
I
I
mean,
didn't see
it's
that part.
just.
Yeah.
I mean, there was just such. You could just feel the animosity.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just. But it's been great theater,
hmm
and it's been setting record numbers without the U.S. team. It's almost like the U.S. team is just a total afterthought now,
At this
which is
point. Yeah.
which is not too surprising. And we went out two
Yeah.
weeks ago, but
hmm
man, they, and we had said let's not get carried away here
Yeah.
because Belgium, going back to that, Belgium just beat them
Yeah.
down. I mean,
Yeah,
it
I
wasn't
mean,
even
yeah,
close.
it wasn't a close match. I mean, you kind of thought there when we scored off, I believe it was maybe that penalty kick there to tie it up. That was as close as we got, and it wasn't close from that
Yeah.
point on. Really, they kind of just put the pedal down. But we were definitely outclassed, I think, too. And I mean, it's just unfortunate, just kind of how it kind of felt like we laid an egg.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people comparing it. Us as Arkansas fans, it's like, oh, we get excited. Is Arkansas stuff just for another letdown, and we didn't need another thing to let us down.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to see. I think they had a good run. It was good for probably the sport of soccer really in the United
Yeah.
States, that the little bit of the run that they had, but it is anticlimactic the way they got beat.
Yeah, and I was really shocked about how the former players, Carly Lloyd among them, just unloaded on him
Criticism. Yeah.
right after the match.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I thought
because
that was interesting too. Yeah.
yeah, usually there's a little bit of a grace period. And I'm not saying she's wrong. I mean, she
Hmm.
knows more about it than I do. But
Hmm.
it was just like, man, they didn't hold back. And it was just like,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
So,
Felt like Alexi Lawless was doing some of that too. And he'd kind
yeah,
of been critical
yeah. But I
up
think
into it
everybody's
too.
kind of tuned him out at this point. I mean, you can feel the tension with he and Z
Yeah.
and Henry on the set,
Hmm.
and it's just like it's awkward.
Yeah. It
But
did
we
seem kind of
watch.
strange. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but
It made for great entertainment. That's for
yeah.
certain.
I mean, and I can't think of it. I had his name, who's been doing the public. John Strong does a
Hmm.
very nice job with Stu Holden. But man, I love listening to Ian Dark and those
Yeah.
foreign announcers because their
They're great.
style is
They're
so
great. Yeah.
different and it's so much more conversational. And
Hmm.
it was a lot of fun to listen to. It really
Yeah, I
was.
enjoy their commentary as well because just the way they get into it too. It's almost like you can tell they do it. It's their day job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you can just tell it's a little bit different.
yeah, and we'll hear that this week too from Roy Berto with the British Open, but we'll get to that in just a minute. So if you had to pick who wins Sunday at the New York, New Jersey Stadium, who do you
Um,
take? I mean, you can make a really good case for either side.
yeah, and Spain's really been dominant throughout the
Oh,
tournament. I think they've given up one or two goals maybe throughout the entire
yes,
thing.
I
Um,
think one.
yeah,
I think one.
yeah, just been dominant. But it's just hard. It's so hard to count out Argentina, which I believe they won the last World Cup as well.
Yes,
Um, and just their momentum they have and the way that they're just never out of it. It's hard to count them out. I think I got to go with Argentina. Plus, the whole star power thing with Messi and everything is going to be a topic I think as well. Going to be hard to count them out. I'll probably roll with Argentina.
yeah. The ratings. I would. I'd be hard to go against Messi.
Hmm.
There just seems something of magical. Not that
Yeah,
Spain's not good, but there's just like you said earlier. There's just something magical about this run,
something different.
Argentina. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we shall see, we shall see, and then we have the third place match, which no one wants to be in, with France and England.
See, I didn't know they did that. I
Yeah,
didn't
they
know they
still do,
did
and
that,
they go
which
to
seems
Miami.
interesting. Yeah, which is really
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
which that's it's like I think Arkansas was in the last third place game in the NCAA
Yeah, was that
basketball.
95,
No,
right?
it was 79. They
Okay, yeah.
beat
It was older than that. Yeah.
Ron Brewer, or maybe it was 78. Ron Brewer
Yeah.
beat Notre Dame with the last second jump shot, and then they
Yeah.
got rid of it after that. So, yeah,
Interesting.
but it'll still be it'll be interesting to watch
Yeah,
how
it
they
will be.
approach it and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I think I saw where tickets were still like $1,200 to get in. But if you want to go to the final in New York City, 12 grand.
Gee.
Would you spend 12 grand on a ticket?
I do not think I would, not myself, no.
Yeah, that's
I'll have the best seat in the house on my couch at home.
it would be cool to go, but man, I mean, is there anything you'd pay that kind of money for?
Oh gosh. I mean, it would have to be like for me, it would have to be like Arkansas national championship type stuff, or
Yeah.
even Cowboys going back to the Super Bowl. I'm a Cowboys fan. Breaking the drought, something like that. It would have to be something monumental for me to do that.
And in either a suite or in the very first row.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It would have to be. I'm not sitting in the nosebleeds for 12K. I don't think that's
I,
happening.
I know, isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
But there will be people that will pay it.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. All right, let's move on from soccer to the American pastime. Well, it's not. There we go. All-Star Week, Major League Baseball. Home Run Derby started Monday. It was on Netflix. I must admit, I didn't see either one. You saw bits and pieces of the Home Run Derby,
Hmm.
and they made some changes. It seems like it went pretty good. It got off to a rough start with the Will Ferrell thing on Netflix.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of negativity on that,
Yep.
but they got a good ending, so I think it was maybe a win.
I think it was a win just because of how it played out. It kind of overshadowed everything that came before. Just because the product itself just ended up being so over the top. I heard a lot of criticism and even on Twitter and stuff about just the production of Netflix too was not that great of
Oh,
how they
really?
the camera angles and things and how they would go across that. But that also got overshadowed with how great the ending was with Walker homering there and beating the hometown guy there with Schwarber there at the end. So I think that got overshadowed, but yeah, very interesting. Netflix is a interesting thing because they're sticking their nose in that area a little bit. I know they had like the Christmas game for football in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's been interesting to see how they've done that too. So um, interesting to see that they keep kind of sticking their nose in that space and trying to get in there. But I mean, who wouldn't want it when you're getting all these eyes on you? Just something like this and how
Oh,
good of a
yeah.
product it was. So
Yeah.
can't really blame them.
Yeah, I'm not surprised production wise they would try some new stuff. I mean, they
Hmm.
tend to do that. It's hit or miss. It's a one
Yeah,
off. They can kind of go with it.
yeah.
I heard an interesting stat today, though. 83% of households have a streaming subscription, 36% have a cable subscription.
Wow,
Isn't
that's
that
interesting.
amazing? Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's why everything is shifting
everything has shifted. Yeah.
towards streaming. So, yeah, so that was interesting. So, we'll see. I imagine they'll get it next year, and we'll see what happens.
Hmm.
So, we haven't heard the numbers yet, which is kind of interesting. Which makes you think maybe the numbers weren't that great because if they're
Yeah.
good, they're going to release them right away.
Yes.
But who knows? All right, so the All Star game
Hmm.
itself, I was building the gate on a fence, which is
Uh-huh.
dangerous, which probably should have been streamed because it's still not complete.
Yeah.
But boy, I heard a lot of negative vibes about it. Just was not compelling. Is that good or
Yeah, it was.
bad?
I don't know, and it's kind of we're at a place with this with like all-star game formats across the three major sports. It's been
Hmm.
hard. People have been tuned out of the NBA All-Star Weekend for a while now because of
Yeah.
the basically the non-competitiveness of it.
Hmm.
Same thing with what the NFL's done with the Pro Bowl. It's kind of just a glorified like field day for the players almost. It's really
Yeah.
interesting to see how they've done that too. And I mean, I'm old enough, and I know you are as well to remember when the Pro Bowl meant something. Like people would try. People. It was
Yeah.
cool watching that as a kid. People would want to be in that, and people would try hard in that game to be a part of that. And it just seems like that's become a real interesting thing too. It feels like baseball though, that was kind of the one that was always like you knew that they were gonna
Hmm.
you would see something cool happen in
Yeah.
in the All-Star game, in baseball because it also, I mean, up until a few years ago, it determined home field advantage in the World Series too. I know they've
Hmm.
done away with that since then too, but that kind of increased a little bit more of the stakes. But this one was cool. I liked it. They incorporated a lot of the 250 America stuff into it as well. I
Hmm.
thought that was cool. I don't know if you saw maybe like on a recap, they had an interesting, I think it was like the third inning. They did like a Sandlot, like almost reenactment thing.
Oh, was that when they
Um,
did the Ray Charles thing?
yes.
That
Yeah.
was awesome.
That part was really cool. That part was really
That
cool of
was
how they did that.
really
They set
cool.
off a big fireworks show.
The kids
Um,
on the bikes going onto
Everybody
the
went on the
field.
bike and looked through like
That
the
was
fence. Yeah.
that. I mean, I'm getting chills thinking about it now
Yeah.
because that, and it's like, I mean, because I don't know, it just brings back memories of being a
Yeah.
kid, and
Yeah.
it's like, man, that's awesome. Baseball should have done that 20 years ago because
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
we're looking at a possible labor short stoppage
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
whatnot. But that was, I don't know, whoever thought of letting the kids on the bike on the
Hmm.
field.
Yeah.
That was, and then seeing the kids interact with the
Yeah. With the
players.
players.
We
Yep.
don't see that enough. And that's the
Yeah.
thing you mentioned about baseball in the All Star game. You see the stars
Hmm.
and they play and they compete. And interleague's kind of taken a lot of the that away because now we
Yeah.
see National League play
Everybody
American League.
plays everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like, oh, that was the one time you saw,
Yeah.
minus the World Series, someone from the National League facing somebody from the American League.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's, I mean, it's always kind of hit or miss,
Yeah.
but it's always cool to see the stars face the stars.
It's still a spectacle, right? Like
Yes.
that's what brings it, right? Is it still the
Yeah.
stars faces the stars? And I think the fact too that now that they've got so many pitchers and pretty much everybody just gets like an inning, and even like towards the end when they bring in the relievers, they get like an out or two.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see that, but you do get to see pretty much everybody. And like in years past, I think it was last year they had a tie game and they went to like a home run derby style swing
Yeah.
off to
Mm-hmm.
determine the winner. I thought that was awesome. That was super
Mm-hmm.
cool. But for some reason, this one, I don't know. I mean, the National League just got shut down. They didn't score a run. They didn't have a hit through like 5 innings, I don't think, and that probably took a lot of like just the competitiveness out of it, just because it wasn't a close game throughout.
Yeah.
So
And that's the danger you run though in baseball. You can have great
yeah,
games. You
it
can
could
have bad.
happen. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's good. It's kind of the shot in the arm baseball needs
Hmm.
to get, I don't know, to tap into our inner kid and bring us
Which
back.
it's tough too because they're at a, they do the red carpet thing and they do like a press tour with all the players too. And one of the big
Mm-hmm.
questions that they asked everybody was, "What do you think about a salary cap?" And it just feels like we're going full steam ahead to this, and it's like we're doing this right now, and you want to be excited about it, but you can
Yeah.
just feel that lockouts right across the street.
The money starts coming into it, and
Yeah,
it's like, okay, we're past the point of kids on bikes riding in the
yeah,
outfield.
exactly, yeah.
So, all right. So, Major League Baseball will resume. We'll catch up with the pennant races soon. The draft was also taking place recently. Arkansas, school record,
Hmm.
12 players drafted, three in the first round. What do we make of this? Is it something? Is it nothing? Because, man, at times this team this year was hard to watch, but then you see something like this and you're like, well, gee, does that, what, I mean, what does it mean? I don't know. Is that the most talented team ever? Or does it not really mean anything?
I don't know. And does this feel like maybe this is kind of a culmination of like the past meeting the present now too? That do we have
Mm,
like a reputation now for having good quality people that like maybe big league teams trust coming through our system and
no.
stuff like that? Maybe that has something to do with it. But that is an interesting view is from a fan perspective of somebody who follows this team closely like you and I do. It felt like this year was kind of a letdown, right? But when
Yeah.
you see this and you have the record tied for kids drafted off this team, and also interesting with Wiggins going, he didn't play a minute, an
Yeah.
inning or pitch a single pitch for us this year, and he goes first round, signs for full slot value.
Well, did he? Good for him.
It's kind of just interesting to see kind of how all that played out.
Yeah.
And I think, being that we didn't get the full production from him specifically, and then, others maybe didn't pan out the way we
2 minute
thought,
warning.
with kind of how Gackle played down the stretch there for us as well. Just kind of interesting to see how it all played out. But I'm glad that we had that many kids drafted. I mean, it can only be a good thing for us, right? As
Yes.
far as the program goes, I think it's only good for high school kids, for transfers, just getting talent on our team. I think it's only a good thing for the program.
I am not sure why the 2 minute warning won't go away, but we'll keep going. Let me figure this out. Where's my stinger? Huh. This is wild. I don't know that this has ever happened to us before.
Hey, we took a vacation last week. Maybe our 2 minute warning's taking a vacation this
Yeah,
week.
apparently the computer is just, this is nuts. Um, hmm. What did I hit here? I don't know what I hit.
Oh,
There we
hey, how
go.
about
Now we're
that? Look
back.
at
All
that.
right.
Live production, baby. That's the beauty of
Wow.
it.
Yeah, you gotta love the fact that now we gotta get the graphic back up. But anyway. All right. Oh, there we go. All right. That's back. It's in the wrong spot, but oh well. Um, let's go to the next topic. The Open Championship at Royal Birkdale. Final 35 seconds. It's hot in England, so the fairways are going to roll. Nobody may have to play a driver, so expect scores to be low. Obviously, my dog has a favorite. I don't know who he's saying. Do you have a favorite this week, and will you watch?
I don't. I'll probably tune in. I don't know that I have a favorite, but I kind of like this. We talked about this with the U.S. Open a while back. It's nice to see these where the conditions are like that. Maybe we get an underdog winner.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a shootout, and it'll be fun.